Hey gorgeous, it's Ker-leen. Thank you so much for tuning back into my channel. Today, I'll be talking about some fragrances that I've been reaching for and wearing whenever I want to feel a little extra put together. These fragrances are classy, they're timeless, and they smell expensive. If you want to hear more, please keep watching. Hey friend, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. If you are new here on this channel, I talk luxury, I do review videos, I share my fragrance journey, I sprinkle in a little bit of lifestyle, and in every single video, I leave you with some encouragement. So if those are things that sound good to your ears, then you are in the right place. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also be sure to turn on that notification bell so you know exactly when my videos drop. All right, let's get into it. The first fragrance I wanted to talk about today is Bond No. 9's Tribeca. This is a fragrance that has been in my collection for a little while now, and during this time of year, I love wearing this perfume. There's something about this that smells so timeless, so expensive, so classic, but it also smells sweet and warm and comforting. It is such a luxurious and put together type of scent. Tribeca has top notes hazelnut and cacao, middle notes jasmine and cedar, and base notes ambroxan, caramel, and moss. There is just something about this fragrance that smells so silky and velvety and creamy and smooth, and it's a fragrance that comes across as soft yet confident. I remember why I fell in love with this perfume. So when I first picked this up, it was between this one and Greenwich Village, and I initially picked up Greenwich Village, but I ended up going back, returning Greenwich Village, and picking up this one instead. Tribeca is the one that spoke to me the most, and I'm so happy with it. There is an undertone of Baccarat Rouge 540 in this fragrance, but it's like a creamy and cozy and slightly nutty version of that. And I think it's because of that ambroxan and that moss mixed with that crisp wood, that cedar, that makes this feel a little similar to BR 540. Some people think Greenwich Village is the one that smells the most like Baccarat Rouge 540, but to my nose, I smell BR 540 in this one. So if you love the airy, light, and crisp sort of quality that you get with Baccarat Rouge 540, but you also like something sweet, creamy, nutty, something that wears soft, feels very comforting, but also leaves a lasting impression, I think this one is a nice one to check out. Definitely get your nose on this next time you're at a department store. It is so good. Whenever I put this on, I feel like $1,000,000. It smells so classy, but it's not doing too much. It is not something that's going to choke anyone out or overwhelm people that are around you. Instead, they might lean in a little bit closer and ask you what you're wearing, because this one smells so inviting and soft and cozy and like a hug. This is Bond No. 9's Tribeca. So speaking about Baccarat Rouge 540 and fragrances that smell expensive, that give you that extra boost of confidence and are just luxury in a bottle, this next one is all of that, but it doesn't hurt the pockets. This is an Arabian perfume, and it is such a stunning fragrance and an incredible value. This is Afnan's Edict Amber Rhythm. Amber Rhythm has a lot of the same accords as the previous fragrance. So Tribeca had those woody and ambery and nutty and caramel accords, and Amber Rhythm has a lot of similar accords, and this is another fragrance that reminds me of Baccarat Rouge 540, but it also reminds me of Commodities Milk. There's a hint of Angel Share in here by Ker-leen, so it has all of those similar notes and accords. At the top, we have cinnamon, amber, and tonka bean. Then we have saffron at the mid with jasmine and vanilla. And then we have ambergris, cedar, and sandalwood. So again, lots of similarities in those fragrance notes. And this is another one that smells like Baccarat Rouge 540. So again, here we have BR 540 with a creaminess and a richness. However, this one is beast mode. This will be on your clothes long after they have been laundered. So yes, after you wash your clothes, you will still smell this. The saffron in here is very potent. The sweet notes, the vanilla, the amber, the tonka bean, all of those notes are very potent. The cinnamon is done just right, so it's not too much. And overall, this is an incredible perfume. The floral that's in here just balances the fragrance, but the star notes, in my opinion, are the ambergris, the saffron, and all of those top notes. In addition to the sandalwood that's at the base. This is so good. This is one that I bring out when I want to make an impression and I want to leave an incredible sillage that sits in the air long after I've left a room. That's the kind of fragrance this is. It smells so expensive. And for the price, the value is amazing. This is Afnan's Edict Amber Rhythm. Even though we are now in fall, there are still some fragrances that I wore in the spring and in the summer that are perfect for the fall weather as well. Lattafa's Peace and Love is one of those fragrances. So this beauty is such an incredible floral fragrance, but it has this almost cashmere-like presence to it, which makes it the perfect sweater weather type of scent. Peace and Love has rosy, fruity, and nutty accords, and it also carries a powdery feel. At the top, we have almond, blackcurrant, and bergamot. At the mid, we have rose and tuberose, so very floral heavy. And then at the base, we have sandalwood, vanilla, and heliotrope, a creamy and powdery concoction of base notes. To my nose, this smells like velvet. It smells like cashmere. It smells creamy. It smells rosy. It just smells so expensive, so classy, so put together, so comforting and warm and enveloping, and it's just beautiful. Yes, so when I first sprayed this out, the blackcurrant is so juicy. It is so extremely juicy and just beautiful. It almost makes my mouth water. So I love the way blackcurrant is done. Blackcurrant is actually one of my favorite fragrance notes. I didn't realize that until this year, but I love a good blackcurrant, especially at the top of a fragrance. And it's definitely here in this one. It just smells like a juicy and sweet generic berry. So you can't quite tell what kind of berry it is. It smells so good. Then those velvety and cashmere-like elements start to come through. Into my nose, I pick up the floral accords. I pick up the powdery and the creamy vanillic accords in this almost together on my skin. I love the order that the notes come through in this perfume. I've said this before and I'll say it again. This reminds me of the most luxurious rose-scented body butter or body cream. That silky creaminess from a luxury body butter is the feel that this fragrance gives. So it is floral forward, it's creamy, it's sweet, it's juicy, it's velvety, it's cashmere-like, all in one. This is Peace and Love by Lattafa. This next one I like to reach for whenever I'm looking for an easy reach vanilla fragrance. It's what I like to call a light, musky, slightly powdery, sugary vanilla. This is Escapade by Maison Mataha. I just talked about this fragrance in a recent video, but I wanted to give it a little bit more shine in this video today because I'm talking about fragrances that make me feel put together, that smell classy, timeless, and expensive. And this is definitely one of those fragrances. It is a timeless vanilla, and it is one that whenever I have it on, I feel like I smell expensive, but it feels like effortless luxury. I think that's what I love about Escapade is that it's not trying too hard. It just is. It's such a beautiful, musky, airy, light vanilla fragrance that reminds me of a crème brûlée. Escapade has sugarcane at the top, vanilla and tonka bean at the mid, and benzoin and musk at the base. This is another fragrance that smells like food. It is definitely a gourmand perfume. However, it is very, very light and easy to wear. So if you're someone that does not like dense feeling, heavy, cloying type of sweet fragrances, this may be one to check out because it is light, it is musky, it's slightly powdery, it's airy, it is so fluffy feeling and creamy and sweet all at the same time. This is Escapade Gourmand by Maison Mataha. And speaking of classy fragrances that are timeless, that smell expensive but are easy reach type of scents, this last one is all of that and then some. It's another Arabian perfume, so one that will not hurt your pocket but will definitely turn heads. This is Lattafa's Anam. Anam is inspired by Burberry's Goddess fragrance. It has top notes of ginger, mandarin, and pink pepper. It has middle notes of praline, lavender, cacao, and jasmine, and base notes vanilla, amber, and musk. This one is so pretty, you all. It is such a classy fragrance. One of the things I've noticed about Anam is as it ages, of course, the juice grows darker, but it also gets more fluffy and vanillic and creamy, especially towards the dry down. So it still opens up pretty much the same, but what I'm noticing is it feels a little bit more fluffy. It's giving me a little bit more of a fluffy vanilla fragrance. So yes, I still pick up on that zing from the ginger and that fresh, spicy sort of floral accord that the pink pepper gives in the opening of this fragrance. But I feel like the vanillic component of this fragrance is more prominent now that it's aged a little bit. It's quite beautiful. So although I have talked about this particular fragrance quite a bit on the channel, the one thing I'll add to my previous commentary is that this one grows more vanillic and a little fluffy feeling with time. And that is all right by me. Those are things that I enjoy, so I'm really excited about how this one has matured over time. Speaking of things that make me feel super classy and put together, I thought I'd take a moment right here to share a handbag from a brand that always makes me feel super classy, put together, and I look expensive without breaking the bank. Thank you so much to Teddy Blake for sponsoring this part of today's video.
My gray stampado handbag arrived in this milky white box. Inside was an ivory colored dust bag that felt so soft. The handbag I went with, the gray stampado, is in the beige color, although it's more of a taupey color in my opinion. Teddy Blake handbags are crafted in Italy, and I can tell because the leather on this handbag was so soft. It comes in this soft pebbled calf skin. I love this color because it's neutral and can be paired with anything in my wardrobe season after season. I'm also in love with the gold tone hardware on this handbag. The grace maintains a beautifully structured silhouette, but what I love about this handbag is that although it's structured, it is very pliable and soft. It has a Teddy Blake stamp pressed gently into the leather on the front, and the inside, when I open it up, reveals this beautiful luxury suede microfiber. This handbag comes with an adjustable strap for days when I want to be hands-free, but the 8.8-inch handle drop provides a comfortable carry by hand or over the arm when the need arises. Luxury isn't about what you carry, it's about how it makes you feel, and this handbag makes me feel so put together, so chic, so sophisticated, and honestly, like $1,000,000. Thank you to Teddy Blake New York for sponsoring this part of today's video.
All right, friend, thank you so much for being here today. I'm so grateful for you. If you enjoyed the video, if you found it helpful, don't forget to give it a like on your way out. And if you're here and you love fragrance videos, I make a lot of fragrance content on this channel, and I'd love to have you be a part of the family. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and also be sure to turn on your notification bell so you never miss another video. Before you go today, friend, I want to remind you that as you go into your week, as you go through your week, protect your peace. Do whatever it takes to maintain a peaceful state of mind. And that starts with the things you're watching, the things you're listening to, the activities you're engaging in. It starts with those tangible things. And those are things that we all have complete control over. As always, I will be over here doing the exact same thing. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one very soon.